So it's super exciting that Bicton are running a traditional long format 3-day event. For many people, they won't have done something like this before, and it involves quite a lot of planning. So my top tips would be make sure you pack everything accordingly, particularly with a note of what you might want in the D box. Walk your roads and tracks when you go hacking on your horse. You'd feel pretty stupid if you did a brilliant job across all the different phases and then got time faults or got lost on the roads and tracks. Your aim on the roads and tracks is to try and allow the horse to travel at the right pace, but whilst expending as little energy as possible. So you're really looking to be in that relaxed sort of combination of a trot and a lobbing, very easy canter. So they're not using up too much energy, but you're not wasting time either. We used to write a card which you'd stick to your arm, and it would have your kilometre points and where you'd like to be on your stopwatch at those points, which then gets you in slightly early for the start of phase B, the steeplechase, and then again at the finish of phase C into the D box. Underneath that, or in the corner of that, I'd have then the optimum time written down on the cross country. Want to think ahead about what you might need in the D box. So starting with the lunge line to lead the horse, washing off stuff, particularly if it's hot, a cooler rug if it's unseasonably cold, and then spare sets of everything. Obviously, gloves, stick for you, also tape, spare set of reins, and anything that you could worry about at the start of the cross country and need to change, even if it's a really unlikely scenario. But particularly, probably the most important thing is to have a spare set of shoes, ideally the last shoes that came off from the previous set before arriving at the competition, so that if there is a problem or you lose a shoe on one of the first 3 phases, the farrier can pop a new one that you know fits well in, and ideally have the studs to hand. So when you're setting out studs, don't just set out how many you need, but have enough ready for the spare shoes as well. On the cross country, remember that because the course is a lot longer than a normal 1-day event, the speed is slightly different. It doesn't mean it's faster, but it just means you want to travel into an efficient speed where you're not chasing them, you're not sprinting, but you're accounting for the longer distance whilst wasting no time. So really trying to think, cover the ground, but not in a sprinting way. It's settling into a good long distance race and making sure your horse travels at the right pace, they're confident and happy, but also you're managing the delay of fatigue to try and sort of push back the onset of any potential tiredness. Most of all, enjoy it. It'll be a great experience, and it's a rare opportunity to experience the long format and the traditional form of eventing.